Have you ever wondered how someone can go from the absolute pinnacle of success to facing serious legal challenges? From accepting prestigious awards to sitting in a federal courtroom? That's exactly what we're exploring today, the noteworthy case of Sean "Diddy" Combs that has the entertainment world's attention. In September 2023, the 55-year-old music executive was collecting a Global Icon Award at the MTV VMAs and being handed the key to New York City. Now, he sits in a Manhattan federal courtroom, his once black hair and beard turned noticeably gray after months in detention. I've been following this case since the beginning, and I've got to say, it's unlike anything I've seen in my years covering entertainment news. This isn't just celebrity discussion, this is a potential turning point for accountability in the music industry. Before we go deeper, let me know in the comments, had you heard about this case before watching this video? I'm curious how many of you have been following along. So what exactly is Diddy facing legal proceedings for? The allegations are significant and multifaceted. The indictment includes multiple charges related to alleged misconduct, including racketeering conspiracy, several serious federal charges related to professional misconduct, charges related to interstate travel for prohibited activities. According to legal experts, prosecutors are essentially treating Diddy's operation as an organized enterprise. They allege that for nearly 2 decades, Combs used his business empire, associates, and employees to create an environment where professional opportunities could be connected to personal relationships and expectations. If found responsible on all counts, legal analysts suggest he could face significant consequences, potentially decades of legal sanctions for the racketeering charge alone. The trial officially began on May 5, 2025, just days ago as I'm recording this, at the Daniel Patrick Moynihan Courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Unlike some high-profile cases you might have seen before, there won't be cameras in the courtroom. Federal trials prohibit electronic recordings, so we'll be relying on court sketches and reporter accounts of what transpires. In a humanizing moment during jury selection, Combs reportedly told Judge Arun Subramanian, "I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous today," when requesting a brief recess. It was a rare glimpse of vulnerability from someone who's built an empire on projecting unwavering confidence. What evidence will the jury consider? While we don't know everything prosecutors have prepared, several key elements have been discussed in pre-trial hearings. According to court documents, security footage from 2016 showing an incident in a Los Angeles hotel hallway has been deemed admissible by the judge, despite objections from the defense. The defense has characterized this footage as showing a glimpse into a complex but decade-long consensual relationship, while prosecutors suggest it demonstrates concerning dynamics. The jury will ultimately determine how to interpret this evidence. But prosecutors claim this case isn't built on a single video. According to court filings, they allege they have substantial evidence showing a pattern spanning almost 20 years. Reports indicate they'll be bringing forward 4 individuals who are prepared to testify about their personal experiences within Combs' professional orbit. This raises a question worth considering: what responsibility do we as consumers have when we engage with art created by individuals whose personal conduct may be questioned? Now, it's crucial to understand, this criminal case didn't emerge suddenly. Since November 2023, Combs has faced numerous civil lawsuits containing related allegations. It began when singer Cassandra Ventura, professionally known as Cassie, filed a lawsuit under New York's Adult Survivors Act. Her case, which detailed a decade-long professional and personal relationship with Combs, was settled within 24 hours for an undisclosed amount. Following Ventura's lawsuit, according to court records and media reports, numerous other individuals came forward with their own legal claims. Attorney Tony Busby, who represents multiple plaintiffs, has publicly stated that many individuals nationwide have either filed lawsuits or expressed intentions to do so. When the news first broke, it created significant discussion throughout the industry. People who had worked alongside Diddy for years began reconsidering their perspectives on power dynamics in entertainment. Like any high-profile case, there are 2 dramatically different narratives being presented. According to prosecutors' allegations, they describe a powerful industry figure who allegedly created a professional environment where career advancement could be tied to personal compliance with certain expectations. They further allege he employed a combination of career promises and implied consequences, offering opportunities or suggesting potential professional repercussions. The defense presents an entirely different perspective. At a pre-trial hearing, Combs' attorneys characterized him as someone who led a particular lifestyle, but emphasized that consensual adult behavior is not prohibited. They've consistently maintained that any relationships or encounters were consensual among adults. Here's what I find fascinating: how often do we see the same set of facts interpreted in completely different ways? It raises important questions about professional boundaries, power dynamics, and where the line between inappropriate and unlawful actually lies. Let's not forget what's actually at stake here. Diddy built an entertainment business that stretches far beyond music. Starting in the 1990s with Bad Boy Records, he helped launch the careers of artists like Mary J. Blige and the Notorious B.I.G. But his business acumen took him much further, into fashion with Sean John, beverages with Ciroc Vodka, and numerous other ventures that contributed to his considerable wealth. Throughout his career, he's been known by various names: Puffy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Love, constantly reinventing himself as his influence grew. That ability to evolve has been central to his success. But now, much is uncertain. Major partnerships have been suspended or terminated. Diageo severed ties with his Ciroc Vodka partnership. Hulu halted a planned documentary series. His media company, Revolt, announced his departure from the board. Several prominent artists have distanced themselves professionally. The financial impact is estimated to be substantial, with experts suggesting his business empire has already lost hundreds of millions in value regardless of the trial outcome. I believe this case represents something bigger than one person's legal challenges. It's prompting an important conversation about accountability in entertainment. Industry insiders I've spoken with suggest this case could catalyze significant changes. More robust reporting mechanisms within music companies. Clearer boundaries between professional and personal relationships. Increased scrutiny of power dynamics within the industry. More support systems for those entering the business. Multiple music labels have already begun internal reviews of their professional conduct policies in response to this high-profile case. The trial itself is expected to last about 8 weeks, with Judge Arun Subramanian presiding. The process of selecting 12 jurors and 6 alternates was particularly challenging given how widely known this case is. Potential jurors were questioned about their awareness of the case, personal experiences with relevant issues, views on law enforcement, opinions about hip-hop artists, and attitudes towards certain relationship dynamics. What's particularly interesting is the potential witness list. During jury selection, potential jurors were asked if they recognized various names including actors Mike Myers and Michael B. Jordan, and musician Kid Cudi. While these names appeared on questionnaires, their connection to the case remains unclear, and they may not actually testify. Can you imagine being on this jury? Think about it, you'd be deciding the fate of someone whose music may have been the soundtrack to significant moments in your life. Let me know in the comments if you think you could be impartial in a case like this. Since September 2024, Combs has been held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a facility that has faced criticism for its conditions and management challenges. His legal team has made multiple attempts to secure his release, citing what they described as challenging conditions. However, their requests have been denied, with the judge determining there were sufficient reasons to maintain detention. The timeline of this case shows a rapid progression. November 2023, Cassandra Ventura files her civil lawsuit. March 2024, federal investigations at multiple Combs properties. May 2024, media publishes security footage from 2016. September 2024, Combs faces legal proceedings. May 5, 2025, the trial begins. What strikes me most about this timeline is how quickly everything transformed, from industry icon to federal defendant in less than 2 years. Throughout these proceedings, Combs has maintained his innocence. His legal team has characterized the allegations as misrepresentations of consensual relationships among adults. When the charges were initially filed, his attorney stated, "Mr. Combs and his legal team have full confidence in the facts and the integrity of the judicial process." In court, the truth will prevail, that Mr. Combs never engaged in the alleged behavior. As this trial unfolds over the next 8 weeks, several critical questions will be answered. Will prosecutors establish beyond reasonable doubt that Combs engaged in the alleged activities? How will the defense respond to the evidence presented? What testimony will witnesses provide? Most importantly, will this case influence how society addresses allegations of misconduct in entertainment and other industries where power imbalances exist? This case extends beyond one person's legal situation. It raises fundamental questions about accountability and the legal system's approach to complex allegations involving power and influence. I believe we're witnessing an important moment that could affect not just one career, but our collective understanding of accountability in the entertainment industry. Before I wrap up, I want to emphasize something important. While we've discussed some serious allegations today, it's crucial to remember that in our legal system, everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty. The trial is ongoing, and we should respect the judicial process. That said, this case has already sparked important conversations about professional boundaries, consent, and accountability that were needed in the entertainment world. As this courtroom drama continues to unfold, I'll be following every development closely. Make sure to subscribe for updates as this landmark case progresses. What are your thoughts? Could this case change how the entertainment industry operates? Share your perspective in the comments below.
If you enjoy deep dives into true crime, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next story. Until next time, friends!